What's up, guys? Welcome back to Level 2 Gamers, and today we got a cool little video. It's called Indie Dev Spotlight, and hopefully this will become a series. That's my goal. But what it is I reached out to an indie developer, asked them a few questions, kind of like the development of their games, kind of frustrations of working in the industry, good things about working in the industry. So today we're going to talk about Psytec Games from the UK. They gave us a couple keys for both their VR games of Windlands and for Crystal Rift. This is not a sponsored video. We wanted to do this, kind of give back and say, hey, thanks for doing this. We enjoyed your games. Let's tell a little bit more so people know a little bit more about you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and talk about some Psytec Games.
It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level.
Psytec Games is an independent game developer located just outside of London, England. Their studio includes 14 members, including founding members Jon Hibbins and Nick Pidham. They met at Abasa Studios virtual reality events. This love of virtual reality is what brought them together. They went on to go make Windlands and Crystal Rift. Windlands is a first-person grappling hook VR exploration game. Soar through the ruins of a fallen civilization and discover the secrets of the ancient world. It appeals to those who want to explore the breathtaking vistas at a relaxing pace, while the challenging routes attract gamers who like to master the skill of soaring through the towering environments at top speed. Crystal Rift is a grid-based dungeon crawler in the classic first-person perspective. Experimental horror challenge game that takes the player through a series of increasingly mysterious locations made first for virtual reality. When asked what intrigued Jon about VR and why he chose to design for it, he said, quote, "From the first time I put a DK on my head, I knew VR was the future and something I wanted to do." With VR being a relatively new medium, the threat of motion sickness and other things that game developers didn't have to deal with before have popped up. When asked about this, Jon said, "Lots of things make VR a tough call. Most people expect awesome graphics just like the latest games, but VR has to run at 90 frames per second, dual render, so about 180 frames per second. Without skipping a single frame, even the best console games run at 60 frames per second and still skip some frames occasionally. Other challenges are storytelling, as you can't control the camera, and having to build a detailed world where you need to render behind, below, and every detail. We now understand VR locomotion really well. Everyone is wired differently, and we find giving options is a good thing. But Windlands and Crystal Rift both demonstrate navigating VR worlds is entirely possible, and for most people is an awesome way to travel." When I asked Jon about the differences in development between Crystal Rift and Windlands, he said, "Both games were very different experiences. Crystal Rift was a much smaller team and was our first VR game. We were constantly up against hardware changes and new SDK changes, so a lot of challenges and frustrations in that. We were also pioneering a lot of what is considered VR normal now. Windlands is a wonderful project to be a part of. The team is awesome, and we love building fantastic worlds." So go check out Psytec and their two games, Windlands and Crystal Rift, both available for HTC Vive, Oculus, and PSVR. For more information on Psytec, head over to psytecgames.com to check out their latest news. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and as always, welcome to the second level. Bye!
A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. I make the big boss less special. It ain't a game when they're saying,
Welcome to the second level.